What's going on, gang? It's Gothalion, and today we're going to be taking a look at something that's been pretty highly requested on my channel. If you've been paying attention to my channel for like the last 6 months or so, you'll know that I like to play around with a program called Cheat Engine, and I really hate that name because there's a negative stigma that goes along with Cheat Engine, and I really don't care for it. Borderlands 2 is almost 2 years into its life cycle, meaning we're running out of stuff to do, and there should be no negative stigma attached to using third-party software to do things for yourself in-game and to give you and your friends new play experiences in a game that frankly is out of new play experiences. This does not negatively affect anybody, as if they don't want to be part of it, they can leave. You have to be hosting the game to use Cheat Engine. You can't really use Cheat Engine in someone else's game to affect their game. You have to be hosting it, meaning people have to choose to come into your game and use it. Now, you can use it if you're opening a private or an open lobby, and people could join you randomly, but no harm can come onto people's files, and overall, people could just choose to leave. So, the other note is that this cannot get you in trouble on Steam. There's absolutely no terms of service being broken here. There's no rules that say that you cannot modify the game. A lot of games are modifiable. Just know that some people might have an issue with Cheat Engine, and let them know ahead of time if you're going to be using it to do things like turn off gravity and make people fly around and increase enemy health, so on and so forth. So I'm going to be releasing a file today that is superfuntime.ct. This is a self-contained cheat engine table, and it has all the tools that I use for slowing down time and flying and stopping time all together and clipping through walls. And it's a really neat tool for people who like to make like in-game little movies or turn off your HUD and take just frozen time screenshots, and it just makes for cool art, and just overall it's a new way to stretch the life of the game, because I've had a lot of fun with Cheat Engine, and for a long time I didn't use it because yeah, it had that negative stigma with it. But as soon as you drop that and you're just like, you know what, this is for fun, this is to get more out of Borderlands, then you'll realize it's not a big deal. And anybody who gives you a big deal just honestly hates fun. So first and foremost, we're gonna go over how to fly and how to clip through walls and how to slow and stop time today. I'm gonna be doing a few videos over the next couple weeks showing you exactly how I do each of the little tricks that I do inside of Borderlands 2 using Super Funtime Engine. So the first thing you want to have done is you want to have Borderlands 2 running, and preferably you want to be in the game. Then you're going to want to go and find superfuntime.ct, and you're going to want to launch it. It's going to give you a couple prompts. Yes, run it. Yes, this contains LUA script. Do you want to run it? Yes, you want to run it. And then it's going to open up. This is pretty much your overlay for it. This is Cheat Engine, and for whatever reason it's doing that. So let's go ahead and refresh this sumbitch. Bring back up Borderlands, go back out to CT, it'll be debug on that, and cool, there we go. So we've alt tabbed it to it. The first thing you want to hit is enable, okay? We're going over the basic scripts that I use today. We want to go to scripts, and we want to go ahead and toggle Unreal Engine Handler, slow mode, players only, fly, ghost mod, yada yada. That's it. That's all you want to do for this. A lot of people think that they have to go through each one of these and check each of the individual things, or anybody who's gotten their hands on this chooses the individual things. But the issue with hitting these individual things makes sometimes it untoggleable. Each of these is bound to a number key by default. Slow-mo is actually 7. To turn it back to normal speed is 8, and to speed up is 9. So let's go over that first. So I'm gonna hit slow-mo, and obviously I'm in slow motion already. This is slow-mo. This is what happens when you hit 7. Now either you can hit 8 to cancel it, or you could go from slow-mo to quick-mo, which is 9. So 7, 8, 9. 8 being normal speed, slow being slow speed, 9 being super speed. Okay, you guys with me? All right, let's turn it back to normal speed. So I really like slow-mo because you could do a lot of neat little turn off your HUD and slow-mo sequences. It generally looks really good on video. I'll actually do an in-depth guide on how to get slow-mo to super slow-mo in the future, but I really like slow motion. The next thing we're gonna go over is my favorite trick with the Super Fun Time engine, and that is freezing time. Freezing time is set to the 1 key. Notice how time is completely frozen. And this is especially cool because you could go into your, I've already showed you guys how to toggle your HUD in another guide. I will link you to that. You could go in and toggle your HUD, and this gives you an opportunity to just kind of get a lot of cool screenshots. Like, you know, like you have the bullets here. You could go and take a look at their projectiles being right here. And a lot of projectiles actually look pretty cool, and it's a neat little effect to take a look at. So now that time is stopped, this is where a lot of people run into trouble. And the trouble I used to get into was how to unfreeze time. I initially couldn't figure out how to unfreeze time. It was a little bit of a son of a bitch, and my issue was that I wasn't leaving it unchecked. See where my cursor is right here? I was not leaving players only unchecked. You have to leave players only unchecked. If you leave it checked, you won't be able to toggle your time back into motion. Now, if you still have issues with this, we'll try to work it out. Leave a comment below, but don't toggle anything beyond this. This is what you want toggled. The rest of this, leave open, okay? So now that time is frozen, at any given moment, we can unfreeze time by hitting 1 again. And that is absolutely my favorite trick to use inside Borderlands 2 and Cheat Engine. It even will freeze. Did you guys know that the numbers also create God rays? And that's sort of cool. I kind of like that effect. Like whenever light shines through them, you actually get a little bit of a light ray. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Note when time is frozen, killing enemies does not count. You cannot aim down sights. And if you throw your weapon out, if you bind your key to throw a weapon, the weapon will it'll stay in midair. So if you want to maybe like get some shots of some weapons, like say I'm doing a weapon guide, you could, you know, like get a whole bunch of actions started and only have like one weapon out. Okay, and it's like, all right, this is the guide on the rapier, and then you take a screenshot of it. As soon as you hit 1 again, everything will go into motion, and your weapons will yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and pick all this stuff back up, and now we're gonna go over the last couple bags of tricks. Like I said, you can also clip through. This guy he forgot how to. He just forgot how to. All right. So next thing we're gonna go over is flying. Flying is probably my second favorite trick to do. Flying is bound to the 2 key. So you hit 2 and you take off. And remember, this is on number pad. This isn't the numbers below the F keys. This is the numbers over near number lock and enter and plus and all that. The number pad. Make sure that num lock is actually turned on. Flying is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've done a lot of cool little screenshots. This is how you will get quality thumbnails for zones. If you are a YouTuber or if you just like to make art in general, being able to fly, you could go above entire areas and just take nice aerial screenshots. And this is something that you don't really need a great computer for. Yeah, you might not get great frames per second, but you could come up here and you could take some nice screenshots, and it's pretty cool. Again, to untoggle it, you press 2 again, and you know, you might not fall immediately, but as soon as you move, you're falling. And if you don't want to continue falling, you can hit 2 again, and you will catch yourself. The last trick is being able to clip through walls. Now, if you're flying, you'll still hit walls, but if you hit that 3 key on the number pad, you will actually pass straight through walls and be able to clip. No clip will let you pass through some vertical death walls, some horizontal death walls, but not all of them. Not all of them. You are still prone to dying. So 2 and 3 are pretty much your exploration buttons, as I call it. Exploration mode is when you hit 2 and 3 with the cheat engine. They are toggleable on and off at any point as long as you have the 1 box checked inside the engine that I showed you how. So hopefully, any PC gamers, you like this guide. I hope it has been helpful. Console gamers, I hope it gives you a look into exactly what you could do with a PC and how you could kind of get a better look at your favorite games, because this engine actually works on other games. There is a table that I have for Borderlands 1 that is very similar to this. If you would like me to release it, I will. Also, if there are any tricks you guys want me to show in future episodes of Super Fun Time Engine, then let me know. I'll be going over them within the next few weeks, and hopefully you guys get a lot of enjoyment out of this. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back inside Super Fun Time versions of Borderlands 2. I'll see you later.